Coming up, we'll get to see the reality of an 11th season contestant from The Biggest Loser and her life after reality TV.
And we'll introduce you to a man who has a sharp eye for carpentry.
Hello and welcome to Upper Valley, Idaho. In today's show, we have a special in-depth look at the people and places in Southeast Idaho. I'm Jessie Reisman.
And I'm Jaron Giles. Thanks for being with us.
Reality TV competitions. We watch them all the time, but how do we really know the reality show contestants? And how does their appearance on TV impact the rest of their lives?
To find out, Ariel Nelson spent some time with the contestant from The Biggest Loser's 11th season, Kaylee Orm. Kaylee lives in Rexburg and knows all about reality after reality TV.
The first year home was really crazy. I was traveling everywhere, I was sponsoring different events, speaking at different places. It was just loud. It's been 3 years now and things have really quieted down.
What were your future plans? What did you have in mind for your life?
I'm an online student. When I first got off the show, I wanted to go into the health career. I really love the nursing aspect. I love helping people. If Biggest Loser never happened, I think I would be completely different. I was a kid back then and it was just something to do. This is Mowgli. I got him just after Biggest Loser. I saw him at the Eastern Idaho State Fair and just fell in love with him, and I've had him ever since. And you've just been my boy, huh? This one is Katniss, and we just got her recently, also at the fair. Fun, but very hyper. Mowgli's the calm one of everyone. Huh. After coming home from Biggest Loser, after having the finale all over, it was so different. It was nothing that I ever expected Biggest Loser to be. I was constantly getting stopped no matter where I went. People would be like, hey, you're that one girl, da da da. A lot of people didn't know my name, which was kind of funny. They're like, you're Moses' daughter. And I'm like, yeah, that's me. You're in the store all the time and people are looking in your cart and people are always watching. You'll get like 7 people. They'll be like, you shouldn't have those cookies in your cart. You better get those out. It's so hard to eat healthy on a budget. I thought it was hard before when I was single, but now that I'm married, it's even harder to pay all the bills and to get all the healthy food, the fresh food, that's the best. It's so hard to get that. And then it's also hard to prepare everything before work, before class, before so many different things. After Biggest Loser, cooking is a lot different. We definitely don't have the kitchen like I'm used to at Biggest Loser, where everything's supplied for you, all the good stuff, so you kind of have to pick and choose your battles on what you're gonna spend, dish out the dough for, and then what you're gonna kind of have to settle with, unfortunately. You have people that are really nice and really supportive, but you also have people that are really negative. I got a lot of that. I got a lot of nasty emails telling me that I wasted a spot, I was a disgrace to the show. It was hard to read those things. A lot of it is carried with you, even after the show. I feel a lot of the responsibility of why I've gained a lot of weight back is because I was so afraid of what people would say. People lose weight and then they gain weight all the time. That's why there's so many diets. And it's the same thing for Biggest Loser contestants. It's just we did it all on television. From the Kaylee before Biggest Loser to afterwards, the confidence has made so much difference. I was somebody who just kept quiet, was more of a follower. Now I'm somebody, I like to speak my mind. I like to share my thoughts and ideas, when before I would be so scared to even say what's on my mind. I'm happy for where I'm going. I'm definitely not done, and there's definitely changes I need to make, but that's all the process of life.
Rigby is the home to a small town sweet shop called the Caramel Tree. Walk inside and you'll find a variety of fudge, caramel, and chocolate creations.
Dallin Need spent time with the owner and his family and discovered why this shop has grown into a thriving business.
My name is Chris Merrill, and I am the owner of the Caramel Tree. We started out of our house, selling products out of our house at craft shows and selling online about 7 years ago. And about 5 years ago, we decided that we would open up a store, and so we picked Rigby. We had a list of about 10 different names that we liked, and we actually just got the opinions of all of our family and our employees and friends, and just asked them which ones they liked better, and the Caramel Tree was the one. I'd say for the first year it wasn't very busy, but because we try to make a good product, and because like most everything that we make we like, most of our customers like it too, and so they tell people, and that's just made us grow.
Christmas is fun, but a lot of hours work.
Which is good.
It's good, but you don't get any sleep.
We have to bring in extra help during the holidays to get everything done. And from year to year, our holiday growth is we've doubled almost every Christmas that we've had in the last 5 years. So last year at Christmas, we produced about 1,000 of these per day, which the Christmas before we only did about 500 per day. So to plan for that and to grow and find different ways of producing it faster so that we don't have to stay all night, that's one of our challenges that we face. Fudge was one of the first things we did, and then caramel apples, and then pretzel sticks. And from there, we just started to get more and more products. Some of them are family recipes, or my mom's recipes, or different recipes that we've tried. And most recipes that we've tried, we've had to change a little bit to make them how we want them. I think a lot of times people will try to start a business, and when it doesn't take off in the first month, they give up or quit. I think it took us a while, and it took us a lot of changing and figuring out things to become profitable. It wasn't just automatically that we were profitable. I had another job while we were starting this, and so it took a while to become known and get a reputation before I could quit my other job and start this. A lot of people inquire, are you going to do other stores? Are you going to open in other places? Is this a franchise? I don't see us making it into a franchise until we can produce things using machines, so that a lot of things are kind of tricky to make, and so if it's not made just right, you can't just teach someone to make it and have them do it just right. And so until there's a machine in an exact process that will make it just right, I don't think we would be able to franchise until then. I guess because I consider them kind of a luxury. Like it's not something that you have to have. It's something that you treat yourself to. So that's why I would think it would be a sweet drink, is because it's not something that you have every day.
Coming up after the break, Idaho offers several activities in mountains and trails that you can explore and hike you don't want to miss.
And we'll show you a wide selection of delicious sandwiches from roast beef to pulled pork and jambalaya. We'll be right back.
The agency is a perfect solution for clients both on and off campus to be able to solve their digital and print needs for any project that they've got. The students are exceedingly creative. They have great talent they've learned in their classrooms. They prepare for each client's project by learning as much as they can about that client and about the project. They prove themselves having successfully done that by providing for you as their client a professional product, either a print product or a digital media product. Whatever your need is that you have to try to target the students at BYU Idaho, ICOM Student Media can successfully meet that need.
United Way is a very wonderful program. It helps the different individuals in our community.
You may not ever experience it yourself, but that family that does need that help at that time, it's immeasurable.
If you donate, you don't have to break the bank. You can just give a little bit, because a little bit goes a long way.
It's not a sacrifice. Whenever you give to someone else, you get it back.
For some, the way to relieve stress and relax is a hot bath or a couple of hours in an easy chair with a good movie. For others, stress relief comes from hiking or climbing a mountain.
If you fit in the second category, it's no secret that Southeast Idaho offers a wide variety of outdoor activities. Those who have discovered the outdoor lifestyle in Idaho have a message for those of us who may be relaxing in our easy chairs, and that is that we are missing out.
It's my passion. Being outdoors is my passion. Whenever I'm outside, it is really rejuvenating. It just makes me feel better. You know, whatever the mood is that I'm in, once I start hiking, once I get out and be active, it's great. It just takes me, you know, to a place where I feel great, and I really enjoy life. Any chance I get, I'm trying to do something outdoor, whether it's a hike or, you know, camping. I am an outdoor enthusiast. I love getting out, hiking, camping, fishing, canyoneering, just getting out, being active. That's where I'm in my happy place. There's a lot to offer, just depending what you want to do. There's rivers, sand dunes, you know, you name it, it's pretty much here.
Like a snowball effect. The more you do it, the more you want to do it, and the higher you go, the higher you want to go. I'm from Idaho Falls, Idaho. I do a lot of mountain climbing in the summer. I'm really into outdoorsy kind of things. There's always risks, you can't avoid that. I mean, I've had several close calls. I mean, just this summer, I was climbing in the Tetons, and I suffered from pretty severe dehydration. By the time I got back down to my car, I was delirious, and I wasn't able to drive. The feeling of accomplishment I get is so worth it. I mean, I get to the bottom, and I've accomplished something that no one can take away from me. For the rest of my life, I can say, I've done that.
Cody Nealis. I'm from Idaho Falls, Ammon. Lived here my whole life. Mountain biking in particular is the most appealing to me just because it's eco-friendly and it's exercise. Not the best, but I like it though. I mostly do cross country, like single track, trails. There's no big clubs or raves or whatever big city people do. There's none of that here. So we're pretty close to a lot of really nice outdoorsy things to do. There's camping, hiking, biking, dirt biking. There's plenty to do.
I think it's just nice to get out there, kind of be on my own, just get away from people and just be able to just relax a little bit, be able to calm myself down. If I get stressed with school or something, I can go out and just kind of calm myself down out in the outdoors and just really just take everything in, take in the scenery. You can get away from society a little bit. You can go hiking, you can go camping, and you're not going to run into a whole lot of people. You might run into a couple people here and there. If you want to get out and not be around too many people, then this is a great place.
It's a great opportunity. It's something that if you're in the area, you need to take advantage of that because it is amazing.
We all have trials in our lives. While some are bigger than others, trials seem to bring out the person's true character.
This documentary by Jared Erickson is about a self-proclaimed ordinary man who's experiencing one of life's most difficult trials.
I've been in carpentry for close to 28 years now. It was the first job I could find, and it was in framing. It was cold that winter. I was working on a house and some people was doing the cabinets in the home, and he says, "You ever thought about cabinetry?" And I says, "Yeah, that's a good thought right now because it's 75, 80 degrees in here and 20 below outside." When I told my boss that I was going to try cabinetry, he said I'd never make it, but I says, "Well, I'm going to give it a try." And been in it ever since. It's just rewarding to be able to pull raw materials together and being able to step away from the finished product and say, I did that. In February of '03 when I was diagnosed, and it was just, I remember for a few days it looked like half the eye was, if you're swimming, and half the eye was underwater, and that was the first signs I ever noticed. The doctor looked at me, he told me, he says I had a tumor and it was elevated and growing. And I says, "You're starting to scare me." I says, "That almost sounds like cancer." And he says, "I'm not qualified to make that diagnosis." And so he says, "But I want you to a specialist within an hour." And I says, "No, I'll wait till my wife's." She was doing school lunch, and I says, "She'll be off here in a little bit, and I'll go when I have my wife." And
you know, you always hear people in cancer dying, you know. I thought, oh my gosh, I'm going to be on my own with my kids. What am I going to do? School ain't going to pay for nothing.
Went down, and that doctor basically looked at me and says, "You got melanoma cancer, and you can either treat it or die. What are you going to do?"
We both thought, you know, oh my gosh, we're going to lose our house, we're going to lose this, we're going to lose that. You know, I think, you know, that's not important. If we lose the house, we can always get another one somewhere else. And, you know, you make home anywhere.
He says, "You'll be in San Francisco by," actually he gave me a choice. I could be in Salt Lake or I could be in San Francisco. And we decided for San Francisco, and he says, "You'll be there Friday at 8 o'clock in the morning." And I remember telling him, I says, "Oh, wait a minute." I says, "A guy gets a night to think about this, or a day to think about it." And he says, "I'll have my answer by 8 o'clock in the morning." I says, "Okay." So I get the night to think about it. But it was by 8 o'clock Friday morning, we was in San Francisco. And that's when the ride begun. My brothers and stuff says, boy, if you lose the vision in your eye, you'll have to find a different occupation. And I used to tell them, I says, no, I just need to change the name of the shop. And they says, well, what are you going to change the name of the shop to? I says, Patch Cabinetry. Probably the person that's helped me the most is my wife. She's I don't know if there's words that can explain the, you're gonna get me emotional, but just the support and knowing that she was there, and the family has been likewise. They've been very supportive, and it's never been a pity party type of support. It's just been support.
If you have to go to San Francisco, you go to San Francisco. No matter what you face or stuff like that, just keep enduring.
A lot of my business goals changed at that point. Always wanted to be big and have a big shop and a lot of go after it. And then after the diagnosis and after the treatments and stuff, they just didn't matter anymore. It was family, and let's just concentrate about family, and we was making a living, and so we was happy. It's a pretty traumatic decision to say, yeah, let's cut it out, but I was in so much pain that I was starting to withdraw from the family and stuff, and I just decided that was, the price was just too high not to do it, so we went ahead. The greatest lesson I've learned is you have a choice. You can either be happy or you can be miserable. But that is the choice that you have, and I don't care what your circumstances are. And if you look around, you'll see it. You'll see people that choose to be miserable, and people that horrific circumstances but are just as happy and really full of life. With that being said, do I think I'm special? No, it's just a lesson that I think I've learned, and I'm happy I made the choice that I would rather be happy and have people want to be around you than to be miserable and go like, man, I need to get away from this guy. So I'm just grateful for that choice that I made, I guess.
It takes a lot of hard work and planning to open a new business. So what motivates someone to invest the time and money it takes to get the new venture off the ground?
A new sandwich shop, Gator Jack's, recently opened in Rexburg. Jackie Stoddard met up with the owner, Chantel Winiger.
My name is Chantel Weiniger, and I am the owner of Gator Jack's in Rexburg, and we have been open for 3 years. Here at Gator Jack's, we have everything natural, everything fresh. Our veggies all come in fresh, and we slice them in the back and put them out. We have our bread baked every morning. We bring it in, and we slice our meat and cheese in the back, so we actually don't bring it in pre-sliced. We do it ourselves. And then we also brought in our dessert bar. We have cheesecake from the Cheesecake Factory. We have cake. We have bagels and cream cheese, and then we also do croissants. People come in at night and they sit down and have a hot chocolate and a dessert, and it has been really great. We have 16 employees here at Gator Jacks, and I love each and every one of them.
When I come in, I'm the shift lead, so I just make sure that everybody else is doing their job, and then I make sure that everything is getting done. I worked at Subway for 3 years, and I have always enjoyed working in food and working with customers. And the environment here, it's a really good environment, and the owner is very fun and very friendly, so it's very fun to work here. We're all friends. All of us, everybody who starts working here, we all get to know each other very well, and it's like one big family almost. And we try to make sure that everybody has a good experience when they come to Gator Jacks. Our goal, I guess, one of the biggest things we work on is our customer service. It's like our big goal around here, I guess.
I want to make sure 100% that they have the best customer service. I want them to come in, I want them to have great fresh food, and I want them to enjoy the atmosphere and have a good experience. And we have a specialty sauce, we call it our signature sauce, and that is our Gator sauce. And it's kind of a spicy fry sauce that we put on our sandwiches, and that definitely sets us apart from everyone else also. People really love the Gator sauce. The struggles that I've had with the restaurant is just been learning everything. I mean, you think you know a lot, but it definitely is a learning experience, and there's always something that you don't know, but that you learn and then you do it. So whatever you think it's gonna be, times it by 10. Because when you leave on vacation, when you want a day off, it just is, you get phone calls, you get texts. It's just a restaurant, you're really married to it. I just feel that we have fresh, great sandwiches. They are uniquely huge, so when you order a 4-inch sandwich, you walk away full. So I just think that we have great quality, great customer service, and a really fun atmosphere.
Well, that's going to do it for this edition of Upper Valley, Idaho. Thanks for being with us.
We hope you continue to enjoy all the gems this Upper Valley has to offer.
We leave you with some of the sights and sounds of Southeast Idaho. Thanks for watching.